All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to Altcoin Buzz Trading, technical analysis of the markets, fun stuff. So we talked about rolling over, exploring this territory. That's basically what we're doing. Is we rolled over and we're exploring this territory. So no major surprise here. What I'm not able to show you in the time I have today, but just want to let you know is that most of the altcoins are breaking down. I was hoping we consolidate more, but it looks like we're rolling over. Some are still above lows. Let's see how those lows get tested and if they hold up. Now this goes for almost any altcoin. You can look down any altcoin out of the top 20. They all have very similar breakdown patterns. Not all of them, but a good majority of them. So BTC is different, obviously. A lot of institutional play in this name, and rolling over here isn't unexpected, isn't too bad. After a local high, you break trend. Obviously, when you break trend, you're going to go the other way. And the question is, how far down do we go? And then do we go sideways? Do we form a consolidation here? All these things will be answered in time. I don't have the answers for you, but in my experience, the best thing to do is watch and see how things behave. You can have expectations, and do they behave to your expectations? If yes, then you're probably are thinking in the right way, and then maybe you can take a trade based off some of those thoughts. But if it's wrong, you've got to reassess why you had those thoughts, and should you have any directional thoughts at all, and just observe. And I think that's the thing a lot of traders struggle with, is giving themselves to the market and just flowing with this, flowing with the ocean that is the market. And we're just surfing these waves. So BTC right now surfing lower. Got a bear flag here on the 2-hour time frame, so good chance we'll hit a little bit lower. I don't think this trend line here is extraordinarily important, but I guess we'll find out. Volume on the daily really isn't a huge problem, but I just don't like what the alts are doing, because they've been leading the market this whole year for the most part. So alts are moving a little bit too far down for my personal liking in this move, but that doesn't mean much. So we'll just see what happens. We'll see if lows hold. The good thing is volume is generally pretty light. So from that perspective, you do have some hope that we'll stop on a dime and reverse up. All right, so next is Solana. Adding this to our core coverage here. Solana back into the pattern. Not dramatically bad, but it was able to get back in there. So far living underneath here most of the day today. Still not too bad. You have plenty of places to find support. You could find it here at this prior high at about the 163.81. It could come in, quite a bit and be okay. Any kind of pattern up here would do good. So it's not the end of the world that's in the pattern. I guess it was bound to happen, because it didn't really move up very far. And then onto our top altcoins of the day. I chose the downside ones today because that's been our direction. And Arb. There you go. Arbitrum, one of our downside leaders today. Top 50 tokens. You can see this one here on the 2-hour. Actually, kind of looks like a bit of a trend line break scenario. That's a good trend line. You can see it moved up, so you can adjust the trend line a little bit. Adjust it again. You get a break right there. So once it doesn't fully break down, you kind of adjust it to recent lows. And so, boom, breaking down there late yesterday. Not a huge surprise with the whole market pulling in. This isn't one we typically cover. This is rank number 43, so a recent addition here to the top 50. And yeah, breaking down. So here's kind of what I'm talking about. You get some choppiness, then you roll over. Late yesterday, rolled over. Actually, mid yesterday, rolled over, and could go down towards the lows. Volume not too bad. It's a little bit high today. We're almost even with yesterday's volume, so it'll be a decently high volume day, and we'll see how it shakes up. I don't think a major trade here could be taken. If you do want to short something, though, you could short it. Maybe make your stop the high of the previous 2-hour bar, which is 0.7038. In case if we falter down dramatically, that bar shouldn't be touched. If it reverses up, you won't get hurt for that much. So if that's a potential trade, it's less than a 2% stop loss. And then Avax, getting us back into the top 20. Did not put on a good showing here, rolling right over. So the other day we had a really good breakout candle here through a pivot point, and then it just gave it up. Just absolutely gave it up very quickly, and that's a warning flag. You want to exit these. If you have a good breakout like this and it starts to pull all the way back, you could try to hold for the pullback bounce on the trend line. That's something traders do. Sometimes these will break out and then pull back and then continue. That could be a buy point. up here as well. But if it never starts to bounce, if you did do that trade, you just have to exit these things because you don't want to hold down here, then be worried if it's going to come back. You just have to take it as either a minor loss or a break-even trade. 'Cause you can always get back in later if it starts to recover. This one just never did. And that has to go into kind of the part of the market cycle. I think we're in this kind of ranging, choppy situation. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got for you today on the best 5 minutes every day. We're in a kind of a choppy market with a downtrending bias. I don't think there's much to do there in these choppy markets. You could try to sell tops, in which case that moment's already passed. You could try to buy bottoms. That one's yet to come. And we'll see if we have the opportunity to show you some of those. But these markets move quickly. Yesterday, the market broke down pretty dramatically, middle to the end of the day. And that's not when I do these videos. So hard to show you guys that. All right, everyone, have a great day. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you tomorrow on Altcoin Buzz Trading.